Everybody okay? Everybody have any question, anything from the techniques, from the position, from any rules or anything in Thailand, anything about fighting? Someone have a question or no? All good? Good.
I've got one there. Who's your best clincher out of your fighters?
From my fighter,
Barbara?
Kajaiba. You know, it's hard to explain. Kajaiba is the best clincher, but Lobo is the best guy who knows how to win with clinch. Kajaiba is so good on clinch, but Lobo no, because Lobo have so many fights. Lobo have over 100 fights. You know?
Is it because Kajaiba is better at a lot more things? And
He do too much, exactly.
Yeah.
Because he knows so much of clinching, sometimes he do too much.
Yeah.
Lobo knows some things, but he does so well what he knows. You know, so both are really good on clinch, really good. Elias is really good, but I mean clinching 5 rounds stadium, you know. But Elias is so good, Barbara, all the guys clinch really well. But Lobo, Kajaiba, and now Bokiel, Noelis also clinching good now. But Lobo, Kajaiba, and Noelis and Bokiel know how to clinch really well now in the stadium. You know? They were not really well, but Lobo and Bokiel now really know how to win on clinching. Don't do much, do exactly what they have to do to win a fight. You know? Oi!
What was the year of your last fight?
10 years ago. I was 27, now I'm 37. It was my last fight was in Cambodia.
I find out that the shorter people is hard to cheat the taller one. Do you have any
The
technique?
short is what I said, you know. It's not what you want to do. You have to know what is good for your type of body, and how even inside of the clinching have many ways of clinching. Have the guys clinch outside more, have the guys clinch inside more, have the guys who like to use the hand more, like lock, everything. Like Kajaiba is more like this. He uses hands with hands all the time. He clinch like this good. But Noelison, Lobo and Bokiel, they clinch more like they get the top position, keep that position. They do more of this, you know. So depend of the body. For me, the short guys have to be more inside clinch, like keep the biceps and shoulder, because people say the small guys lose for clinch all the time or for knees, right? But it's true for knees, but for knees from outside. Because when you clinch a small guy, it's really hard to find a position to knee him. It's really hard. You see your lepet, that guys, okay, they lose by clinch, but it's really hard to hit them in the clinch because they're so small. It's hard to grip. It's hard to have where to grip and do the things, you know. So they defend, and small guys start to learn how to defend the body so well because people clinch them all the time, you know. So for me, small guys have to clinch more inside and close, really close. Or you fight in the middle distance to hit them, but when the guy come too close, you have to be even more close. You have to be too close so they cannot knee you. Guys, I don't come all the time. If you want to, I mean, all the time.
Leo, what made you want to be a trainer?
Sorry?
What made you want to be a trainer?
Man, I never thought, it's crazy, you know, I never thought about be a trainer in my life. I was training for a fight, and my fight, they cancel my fight, and then they book another fight, and then get canceled again. And then one day I come to the gym, I have a lot of fights already, you know, in that time I have a lot of fights already. And then I didn't want to train for a little bit, and then I saw one of the guys kicking bag. And then I asked the trainers, I speak Thai that time already. I asked the trainers if I can help them, and they was training people already. I say, I'm gonna help this guy. I'm gonna hold fights for this guy. And they say, because they respect me a lot already. I have many fights with them already. And then they say, yes, help us train the guy.
What keeps you going as a trainer? Is it the fighters, or just for the love of it, or the legacy of it?
Let me just finish that. And then I trained this guy. And then I trained this guy one day, and then I go home, and then the other day he messaged me that morning. You gonna train me today again? And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna train you today again. And then this guy becomes 3 times world champion. It was my first fight, Jose Neto. Back in the day, he was one of the best foreigners in Thailand, you know. and after that I make so many champions. So, and I never decide to be a trainer. The life make my trainer. You know, the things happen. You know. Yes, sir.
Were you a champion when you were fighting?
I never become a champion. I was a normal level guy. I fight many shows.
But better than your dad.
I fight with many big names, many champions, but I didn't become a champion. But I make so many champions. I lost the count of how many guys I make big champion with.
And how did like everyone? How were you like? How do you say it? Like, if someone knows you a lot, like how are you famous?
How do you feel about being famous, or are you,
How do you feel about being famous?
I don't think much about that, you know. I work. I'm not famous from being Leo. I'm famous because of what I did, and I did with my work. So I focus on my work and keep going. And my focus is my work, it's not my fame. No.
So you know how they usually say if you want to be the best, you have to like train with the best. Like that's how you get better. Do you think it also works the opposite? So if you're at a certain level and then like your teammates are
I don't believe that.
yeah.
No.
It's just
I
an
believe it's up to you. I make many champions from my gym, have 5 people, and no one was a champion there. And now it's one of the biggest gyms in Thailand. So if you train with Sunshine, doesn't mean you're gonna be Sunshine. If you train with Pet Gunchu, doesn't mean you're gonna be good in clinch. What's gonna make you good in clinch is training every day. So it's about you. It's not about where you train. You can train with the best, but if you don't act like the best do, you're not gonna be there. It's up to you. Wake up morning, afternoon, every day, and do what you have to do. Motivated or not, depressed or not, happy or not, do the same thing every day.
Have any of your guys like that you've trained to be a world champion surprised you? Like when you started coaching them, you think that they would be like they weren't heaps natural, but then now they're like a world champion, or are they all just natural? Or
Not really surprise me because, to be honest, I never expect anything from no one. I just want the best they can. Because it's what I say to them, you know, I don't train no one. I didn't train Kajaib or anyone to be 10 times world champion. I train them to be the best they can. They can be, and then with that we're gonna see what comes, you know. And with that come Kajaiba is like 5-6 times world champion. I don't know. He's like the only foreigner who become Thailand champion in the story before. So this is like I never expect, because you know when you put that thing on someone, like you expect so much from someone, you get frustrated also if you don't happen, you know. Just is working every day, do the things every day, and see what's gonna happen. You know?
who's next? Who's the next world champion?
Bokiao.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bokiao is the next guy now.
How many people have you trained that become champion?
Oh, almost all. I think 2 or 3 guys that have trained, not become a champion, but become a really good trainer. And you know, is what I was talking with Pink today. Before I put my focus all in this, you know, like make champions, make people fight good and everything. And then I did that for so long, so much, you know. But right now, what makes me happy is like coming and see Kajaiba with a good life, make good money, have a good life for everything he have done already, you know. So for me, see how they change their life right now is more important than who I make a champion. I did so many now. My focus is not on make champions anymore. My focus now is about change their life, you know.